Welcome back to Character Conversions, where I try to bring fictional characters to life in D&D. This video is in honor of everyone helping me break past 100 subscribers. We're building everyone's favorite space cowboy, Spike Spiegel. Stats will be using the standard array of the player's handbook. Strength will be 10, we do not rely on strength. Dexterity will be 15, we flow like water. Constitution will be 13, as an anime character we can take some insane punishment. Intelligence will be 8, we did try to get an old tape player to work by kicking it to pieces. Wisdom will be 14, our battle instincts are as sharp as our eyesight. And finally, Charisma is 12. Some people must like us for a reason. Race is obvious, we're human. We're going to go with Variant Human for a feat. First, we increase our Dexterity and Constitution by +1 to 16 and 14 respectively. For our skill of choice, we will grab Sleight of Hand. Spike slips things in and out of people's pockets with ease. Our feat will be Gunner or Crossbow Expert, depending on if your GM allows guns. Let's assume Gunner is allowed. This increases our Dexterity to a 17, gives us proficiency with firearms, we ignore their loading property, and being within 5 feet doesn't impose disadvantage on our ranged attack rolls. Finally, we speak Common and one additional language. I don't have any particular advice for languages, so as usual, pick what best suits your campaign. Our background comes from Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide, the Urban Bounty Hunter. For skills, we will take Insight and Stealth. We're able to choose 2 from gaming sets, musical instruments, or thieves' tools, so let's grab playing cards and thieves' tools. Our feature is Ear to the Ground. This gives us a contact in any city we visit who can provide information about people and places of the local area. Very useful. For class, I've seen people claim Spike is a monk, a rogue, even a fighter. I say he's all 3. We'll start with Monk to get his Jeet Kune Do down pat first. This gives us a D8 hit die, no armor proficiency with simple weapons and short swords, strength and dexterity saving throws, and for skills we will be grabbing acrobatics and athletics. First level grants us unarmored defense, so that our AC is now equal to 10 plus our dexterity modifier, plus our wisdom modifier. We also gain martial arts. This makes it so we can use dexterity instead of strength for our attack and damage rolls for unarmed strikes and monk weapons. Our damage with these weapons will be a D4 and increase as our level does. Finally, when we take the attack action with an unarmed strike or a monk weapon on our turn, we can make an additional unarmed strike as a bonus action. At second level, we gain access to our Ki. This gives us a pool of Ki equal to our level and unlocks Flurry of Blows, Patient Defense, and Step of the Wind. Finally, we gain unarmored movement, increasing our movement speed by 10 feet when not wearing armor or wielding a shield. At third level, we choose our Monastic Tradition. Most people seem to think Spike could be a Kensei to supplement his gunfighting, but I'm going to go with the Way of the Drunken Master to better represent his hand-to-hand combat. First of all, this gives us proficiency with performance and brewer supplies. Next, we gain Drunken Technique. Now when we use Flurry of Blows, we gain the benefit of the disengage action, and our walking speed increases by 10 feet until the end of our turn. And finally, we gain Deflect Missiles, allowing us to, as a reaction, reduce the damage of a ranged weapon attack by 1d10 plus our Dexterity modifier. If we reduce the damage to 0, we can spend 1 Ki to make a ranged attack with that ammunition against someone within 20 to 60 feet. This is probably best represented by turning direct hits into glancing blows and dodging out of the way to make an attack ricochet into someone else. At 4th level, we gain our first ability score improvement. We're going to trade this for Skill Expert. We increase our dexterity by +1, increasing it to an 18. For our skill, we will choose Perception. Spike was told not to gamble because they'd get thrown out for his eyes being just too good. Next, we will choose Perception to gain expertise in, doubling our proficiency bonus with it. Finally, we gain Slow Fall. Now as a reaction, when we fall, we can reduce the damage we would take by 5 times our monk level. At 5th level, we gain Extra Attack. Now when we take the attack action, we can make 2 attacks instead of 1. We also gain Stunning Strike. Now when we hit another creature with a melee attack, we can spend a key point to force them to make a Constitution save or be stunned until the end of our next turn. And finally, our Martial Arts die increases from 1d4 to 1d6. At 6th level, Drunken Master gives us Tipsy Sway, granting us Leap to your feet, making it so we only spend 5 feet of movement to get up from being prone rather than half our speed, and Redirect Attack. Now when a creature misses us with a melee attack, we can spend 1 key point as a reaction to cause that attack to hit 1 creature within 5 feet of us. Next, we gain Ki Empowered Strikes. Now our unarmed strikes count as magical for the purpose of overcoming resistance and immunity to non-magic attacks and damage. Finally, our unarmored movement increases from 10 feet to 15 feet. At 7th level, we gain Evasion. Now when we succeed on a dexterity save for half damage, we instead take no damage, and only half damage if we fail. We also gain Stillness of Mind, allowing us to, in effect, causing us to be charmed or frightened as an action. We wouldn't be an anime protagonist if we weren't fearless. 8th level, our final level in Monk, will grant us an ability score improvement. We will drop this into our dexterity, capping it off at 20. Now I considered taking another level in Monk, but I didn't think the ability to run up vertical walls and across liquids was really a Spike Spiegel thing. And at 10th level, he would have gained immunity to poison and disease, possibly meaning he wouldn't be getting drunk, which is definitely not Spike. We make prairie oysters for a reason. At 9th level, we will be hopping over to Rogue. Multiclassing grants us Thieves Tools, which we already have, and one skill of our choice. We'll choose Investigation to aid in hunting down any of our bounties. We also gain a D8 hit die and expertise in 2 skills of our choice. We'll choose Sleight of Hand and Stealth, doubling our proficiency bonus in these skills. We gain Sneak Attack, allowing us to add a D6 of damage with a finesse or ranged weapon when we have advantage on the attack roll, or if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it. Finally, we now have knowledge of Thieves' Cant as well, probably a result of our time spent in the Syndicate. At 10th level, we will move on to Fighter now. This gives us a D10 hit die, a fighting style for which we'll be choosing Archery, granting us a +2 bonus to attack rolls with ranged weapons, and Second Wind, allowing us to heal ourselves 1d10 plus Fighter level as a bonus action. 11th level, and our 2nd level in Fighter grants us Action Surge. Once per short or long rest, we can now take an additional action on our turn. Action Surge combined with Flurry of Blows could net us 6 attacks in one round. At 12th level, we'll be choosing our Fighter archetype. If you want, you could choose Matt Mercer's Gunslinger, but I'm not the biggest fan of it, so I'm going to be going with Battlemaster instead. This grants us Combat Superiority, which grants us 3 maneuvers of our choice and a pool of 4d8 Superiority dice. For maneuvers, we will be taking Disarming Attack for shooting weapons out of our enemy's hands, Trip Attack, good for use with our gun or martial arts, and Evasive Footwork, good for when we want to run through a hail of gunfire. Finally, we gain Student of War, granting us proficiency with one type of Artisan's tool of our choice. Pick whatever suits you, or maybe see if your GM will let you swap it for some form of vehicle proficiency. At 13th level, we gain another ability score improvement. We'll drop this into our Wisdom, increasing it to a 16 to further increase our AC and Perception. 14th level is basically a dead level for us, sadly. It just grants us extra attack, which we already have. 15th level sees us gaining another ability score improvement. We're dropping this into our Wisdom again, raising it to an 18. At 16th level, we gain Know Your Enemy. Now if we spend at least 1 minute observing or interacting with another creature outside of combat, we can learn certain information about its capabilities compared to our own. We learn if the creature is equal, superior, or inferior in regards to 2 of either its Strength score, Dexterity score, Constitution score, Armor class, current hit points, total class levels, if any, or Fighter class levels, if any. Battlemaster also gives us an additional 2 maneuvers, of which we will choose Ambush and Commanding Presence. At 17th level, we gain our final ability score improvement, and as you have probably guessed, we're going to cap off our Wisdom, raising it to a 20. At 18th level, and our 9th level in Fighter, we gain Indomitable. Now when we fail a saving throw, we can re-roll it once per long rest. At 19th level, Battlemaster gives us improved combat superiority, turning our superiority dice from D8s into D10. Finally, at 20th level, we improve extra attack again. Now when we take the attack action, instead of 2 attacks, we make 3 attacks. End result sees us with 144 hit points and 20 AC. We have a very nice selection of skills we're proficient in, and a passive perception of 27, so little is going to get past our eyes. We can do 8 damage with a hit. In melee, if we go all out with Flurry of Blows, we can average 42 damage with 5 hits. If we also add in Action Surge, this jumps to 68 damage. Add in an average of 3 damage to anything hit that also happens to get Sneak Attack. With our maneuvers, we have some variety in how to approach our enemies, and with Commanding Presence, we can also make up for our lower charisma outside of combat occasionally. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment your opinions or suggestions for new builds. Check out Baby Outlaw's channel to show her some love for editing this video's thumbnail for me. I hope all your 20s are natural. See you next time.